Happy Solar Sunday. It's Jaime Greene, the Solar Queen, and it's been a few weeks since I've been live on Facebook and YouTube. But today I'm going live on the sunny spring Sunday afternoon. It feels like summer here in Northern California. We've been in the mid 70s and sunny, and I'm so love this warm weather because I just feel so much better with sun shining on my skin and the warmth and everything. So I hope everyone is having a great weekend wherever you are in the country. If you're watching live, please put in the comments where you're living and tell me what the weather's like there. So my daughter and I were at Target the other day and we picked out these like cute little springtime arrangements. So that's up there now on my screen. And we are so happy that it's sunny. I did read that we may be having a little bit of a drought this year, so I'm hoping that we do get some rain. But for now, I'm going to take the sunshine while I can take it, while we get it. So today's show, the topic is going to be on how do people pay for their solar systems? Because back in the day, people had to pay upfront like a lot of cash to go solar, or they leased it, and the leases were really expensive back in the day. Back in the day, meaning 5, 7, 10 years ago, when solar was first coming onto the scene and being made available to residents in wherever like Solar City was selling in. So more and more solar installation companies are popping up, and some are doing really, really well. And I am excited to be a part of the solar industry right now because it's a perfect, like for me, it's this perfect scenario. Meaning I have really expensive utility bills, I have really affordable solar equipment available, and I have really awesome financing available too. So it's like this perfect setup for homeowners to make that switch to solar. Maybe they've been thinking about it for some time. Maybe you've been thinking about it for some time and you're like, well, how do I swing this? How do I do this? And because you don't know what questions to ask. And still to this day, I get a lot of questions of how can I pay for my solar system, or how does it all work? And if you type in anything in Facebook and you write solar, you're going to get bombarded with a ton of Facebook advertising from solar companies saying no cost solar, get your panels for no cost, or, no money down, which is true. There's no money down required to go solar as long as you get approved for financing. So the 3 ways that you can actually get solar on your rooftop as a homeowner. Well, there's actually 4, but I'm going to talk about 3. The first way is you just purchase it. You like outright buy your solar system with cash. When you pay for your solar system in cash, you're going to pay the least amount of money for that solar system because you're paying with cash. But not everyone has cash sitting around. Even with the stimulus package that came out a couple of weeks ago, I don't know if you guys got it or not, but if you did, that would pay for, maybe, depending on how big of a system size, that would pay for a part of it. But some people do have cash lying around and they want to invest in their home and in their electricity that's coming from the solar panels. And if you do, you still get the 26%. You should still be able to get the federal tax credit, which is 26%. I'm not a tax advisor. I'm not a CPA. So talk to you're going to want to talk with your tax consultant about whether or not you qualify for the 26% federal tax credit. But for those in general terms, or generally speaking, you just need to have a tax liability or tax appetite that's greater than the 26%. That is equivalent to 26% of the cost of your solar system. So the first way is through cash. So let's see. Cash is the first way. Cash. The number 1 way. I should have typed these out. Cash. You can pay with cash. You can pay with cash. The other way. Whoops, not that. I don't want to show that. First way is cash. You're going to save the most amount of money when you pay for cash. And when I say most amount of money, you're going to pay, you're going to save on financing fees. You're not going to have to pay interest and all that good stuff. And cash, as Dave Ramsey says, cash is king. So the first way is through cash. And again, when you pay cash, you're going to still get the 26% federal tax credit. if you qualify for it, and that's going to help pay down you're going to get that back in your tax return, and it's just going to go right back into your bank account or pockets. So that's the first way. The second way is to finance it. So you can finance it. I have access to different terms, and your solar system, I'm typing it out with no money down. Who likes that? So here we go. You can finance it with your solar system with no money down. So that literally means you can make the switch from dirty energy, expensive energy from your utility company and make the switch over to solar by financing it. And while the solar system is being designed, and if you need a main panel upgrade, we can finance that too. But if you need that, all that time that's spent getting everything ready for installation to the time it's installed, it doesn't cost you anything out of pocket to make that switch, as long as you qualify for financing. And we like to see credit scores 640 and above. We do have a lender that works with in between the 600s to 640s, and they take into consideration other things such as your income, and whatnot. They look at everything and the financiers see it as you're replacing an expense with another expense, but you're owning your power source. So you can finance it. It's very simple. The pre-approval process is literally like all they ask for is your household income, your last 4 digits of your social security number, and your birth date and your name and address. And you can get pre-approved, which is a soft credit check, meaning it's not going to hit your credit report or it's not going to affect your credit score. So if you are wondering if you would get approved for financing to cover the cost of your solar system, we can do a pre-approval and find out within like a minute. It's very, very fast. It's very simple. It's amazing. Now, for financing, you can do terms as low as 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and 25 years. It all, like, how we determine that is basically how you like to buy things. If you buy things and finance them, like, the longer you go out in a term, like say with a car, if you buy cars and you finance them, a lot of people go out. Well, I don't know what a lot of people do actually, but I think a lot of people go out for the longest term that they can so that they have the lowest monthly payment. And the really cool thing with financing your solar system is there are no liens against your house. There is a lien against the panels. So if you have to refinance your home and your mortgage broker goes, there's a lien against your home, it's not against the home. It's actually a UCC-1 lien, and it's against the equipment. So in that instance or circumstance, what we would do is we'd call up the loan company, and we would say, hey, this homeowner is refinancing. Please send a letter saying that it's not, that they can refinance. It's a lien against the solar equipment and not against the home. It's very, very simple. I did learn from a mortgage broker friend of mine who said that Tesla, if you go through Tesla and do Tesla financing, they will not lift that lien against the home. I believe you have to bring that loan. You have to pay it off before you can refinance. So anyone looking at Tesla, ask that question with Tesla financing and make sure that if you were to refinance, that they will lift the loan. But my friend was telling me that they're having a really tough time with people refinancing who go through Tesla and Tesla financing. So just keep that in mind. But the lender that I use is Mosaic. They do not have any prepayment penalties. They do not penalize homeowners for paying off the loan early. And their interest rates on a 20-year, you can get as low as 0.99%. On a 25-year, you can go to 1.49, 1.99, 2.99. 2.99 actually seems to is a sweet spot for the 25-year and all the loans that I've been looking at for different homeowners. So that's a very common one. And yeah, so that's the way you can do it. So basically what you're doing with financing a solar system is you are replacing your electricity bill. And I'm going to share a really quick, I'm going to share my screen with you guys. So you can see a chart that will explain, let's see, where is it at? Share my screen. Oh no, I don't know where it's at. Here, let's see. It's on Keynote, and so I want to share my screen. Oh, darn it, guys. I'm not sure if I can share it with you or not. Let's see. Okay, I can't share it. I'm sorry. But basically, when you finance your solar system, look at this bookshelf. If you finance it, it's like all the way across. Woo! This is harder than think of your solar payment as a fixed payment all the way for the 25 years if you should go out 25 years. If you and that's what it's going to look like. Your solar payment's going to stay fixed. For the first 18 months, so like let's take this right here. For the first 18 months, what's going to happen is you're going to have a lower fixed payment. And that's because the lender is going to allow you 18 months to gather that federal tax credit if you qualify for it, so that you can pay down, take that 26% federal tax credit, take that cash that you get back from the IRS, and pay down your loan. So you want to pay down your loan, and then your payments are going to stay fixed for the entire length of the loan. If at month 18, like right here, you keep the tax credit, because the lender can't make you pay them back, take the tax credit and pay it towards the loan. If you do, it's going to bump up 26%, and then it stays fixed. Like it'll go, be bumped up a little bit, and then just go, that's what you pay. In California, a lot of my homeowners are still, even with keeping the tax credit, their fixed solar payment is still less than what they're paying to the utility company. So that's why when I say it's really every California homeowner should consider going solar, because you're going to save on your energy costs, but then you're also hedging yourself from rate increases that have already hit PG&E territory March 1st. This next billing cycle, you're going to see, I think even PG&E announced it. It's going to be an average of $13 more a month, I think it is. And then they also announced that they're going to start moving everyone over to time of use. I've been talking about this for months and months and months. Regardless if you're a solar customer or not, everyone's getting switched over to time of use. And guess what? Time of use is more expensive than what you're paying if you're still on the tiered system. So it doesn't matter. They're going to get you one way or another. They're going to increase your rates. And when you go solar, you're locking in the rates so that you stay fixed the entire length of your entire time that you're in your home. And electricity is coming from the sun, which is in abundance today and for the rest of the week. We're supposed to be in the 80s this week, which means people are going to turn on the air conditioning probably, because it starts getting warm and people get cranky when it gets hot in their house. So I encourage you to start thinking about getting solar for your home, or at least starting the conversation, so that by the time you actually get your solar installed and hopefully pass inspection and hopefully get PTO within a really reasonable time frame, then the summer months will be here and you can capture all of that sun to power your lives and save a lot of money. And you can say goodbye to $400, $500 monthly electricity bills because you're running your air conditioning because it's hot. So that is one way to do it. A second way to pay for your solar system is through financing it. And again, there's no lien against your home. There is no prepayment penalty. Side note, if you go through Tesla, they oftentimes will not lift. This is coming from a mortgage broker friend. They are having a very difficult time lifting the lien against your home. So beware of Tesla. That's all I'm going to say when it comes to financing it. The third way that you can pay for your solar system, if you don't have the tax appetite or the tax liability to get all the tax credit back, or you just you don't want to be responsible for the solar system, you can lease your solar system. So I am partnered up with Sunrun. They're the largest solar company in the country, and we do leases. And what you do with that, you still have to go through a credit check and make sure you're qualified for leasing the system. But the nice thing is it's not a ding against, there's no debt to income ratio. Like if you're worried about your debt to income ratio, a lease doesn't affect that. So a lease is going to be 25 years. You can get a lease where you pay, if you want to have a fixed payment for all of the 25 years, you're going to pay a little bit more up front, a little bit more than what you would if you just finance the system, but you're going to basically fix in that monthly lease, and you'll pay a little bit more than if you did an escalator. So the other typical one is you pay a little bit less up front at the front end, but the lease curve will go it'll kind of gradually slope up, but it'll still stay less than what the utility company would charge you if you didn't go solar at all. So you're still saving money. If you have like a lease that has an escalator in it, like a 3% escalator, which means every year the rates increase 3% until the lease is over. But the nice thing about the lease is you don't have to worry about it. They'll maintain the system, they'll monitor the system. If your system overproduces, you get to keep those credits. If it underproduces, you would still, if it underproduces for one reason, like say you added an electric vehicle, or say you added a second refrigerator, you got a deep freezer or something like that, your solar system is only designed to produce so much energy. Your energy is not unlimited. Like it's not unlimited supply of kilowatt hours if you decide to add a deep freezer and a sub-zero refrigerator or 2 wine coolers or something like that, or a hot tub. So these are like really important things to talk about and discuss when you're getting solar, so that your system is designed for that, upcoming additional kilowatt hour usage if it's in the near future. Because one of the things I know with net energy metering and the utility companies is if you go past a certain percentage of your historical 12 months of usage, say with PG&E, if you go past 110%, offset, anything beyond that, if you don't use that energy, you lose it. So they're not going to give you credits for, say you went to 130% offset because you think you're going to get a hot tub, or you think you're going to get air conditioning, and things change and you don't get it. If you don't use that extra solar energy between 110 and 130%, you will not get the credits for that. So you want to make sure that you don't oversize your solar system if you're not going to use it. Hello, Colleen. Thanks for watching this evening. I hope you're having a great day and a great weekend, and hope the weather is nice where you're at. If you have any questions, please type them in. So the 3 ways, again, going back, is you can pay cash for your solar system. You're gonna spend the least amount of money. You're gonna get the lowest fixed kilowatt hour rate in that way, because we kind of levelize it over the next 30 years what you would be paying. And I'm seeing it in as low as like 6-7 cents a kilowatt hour when you pay cash over 30 years. Like obviously you're not going to pay cash over 30 years for it, but if you pay cash, that's what it's like. It's like going back in time. Do you guys remember when I started driving? When I got my driver's license, I started driving, I don't even remember what year it was, 1993, maybe 94, 1994. 1994. It was 1994. If you can do the math, then you can tell how old I was in 1994. But I was 1994. Gas was like 82 cents a gallon. And I just saw it was $4.06 a gallon at the Chevron station up the street. So solar is kind of like that, especially right now. And if you paid cash, it's like going back when I started driving. Gosh, I can't even think right now, 94, 30, 22 years ago. Is that right? 22, 20. Oh gosh, I can't do math right now. Here. Anyways, it was 20 some years ago, guys. I think it's 26 years ago. 26, 27, 28. It can be 28. Gosh, could it be 28? I think it might be. It's like going back at that time and paying 82 cents a gallon for your gas. If the gas station told you could lock in at 82 cents a gallon for the rest of the lifetime of that vehicle or you're driving, would you take them up on it knowing what you know now when I just told you it was $4.86 a gallon? I would, and that's what it's like. It's like going back in time and doing that instead of paying the going rate, which is $4.06 a gallon. That's here in California, in Northern California. When you finance it with no money down, I'm seeing the kilowatt hour, if you don't have extensive work needing and a lot of different adders. Adders are like if you need a main panel upgrade, or if you need to re-roof, or if you are getting a battery. If you're just getting straight up solar and you're financing it, I'm seeing anywhere between 12 to 14 cents a kilowatt hour over the next 30 years, which again, it's 26 cents a kilowatt hour right now for tier 1. So 25 and a half cents a kilowatt hour, depending on if you're the tiered or if you're on time of use. If you're on time of use, you're like 28, 29 cents a kilowatt hour for non-peak. So what that means is you're saving almost 40%, 50%. Gosh, my math, I don't think I drank enough caffeine today. 26 divided by 2. Yeah, you're saving 50%, more than 50, 55, 60% on energy, on your same amount of energy, and probably a little bit more when you finance your solar system with no money down, and you're not getting a battery, or you're not having to get a main panel upgrade. You're not getting all those things. Okay, so it makes complete total sense if you can do it, if you want to do it. So have that conversation. The other thing is you're leasing your solar system, and I'm seeing leases go as low as, 15, 16, maybe even 14 cents a kilowatt hour locked in. It's going to be more like 16, 17, 18 cents a kilowatt hour if you do the locked leasing thing for over the next 25 years. So regardless of which way you choose to pay for your solar system, if you pay cash, if you finance it, or if you lease it, you're going to save money going solar in Northern California, all of California, where it is a little bit, pricing's different in each, for each home, just because, like I said, some people want a battery, some people, and they want to finance it. Let's see. Colleen says, I'm very interested in learning more about this from you. I'm planning to build multifamily duplexes in the next 12 months. Absolutely, Colleen. We should definitely have a conversation about that, because if you're going to do like an entire, multiple duplexes in a plot of land, there's ways that you can, you can put the solar on the rooftops. If it's brand new construction and it's in California, you're going to be required to get solar. So I'd be happy to help have a discussion so you can understand how that all works. Do you work all over? Yes, I work throughout several states in the United States. And if you, like I said, if you do like a complex of duplexes, we might be able to look at doing like a commercial type project and have like a community solar. It's a little more complex, but it's still doable, and it might make sense for the project that you're working on. I'm actually in conversation right now with an apartment complex developer, and they're looking at doing like a community solar for all of the community lights, the clubhouse, the pool area, everything. So, and they're going to save a ton of money when they do it that way. It will be in Pennsylvania. There's a small portion of Pennsylvania that I can help you in. So send me a message on Facebook and let me know, and we can at least have a conversation, and I can help you. Yeah, I love it. Yes, I love it too. I'm glad that you're watching. Yeah, there's a small portion of Pennsylvania. So we can continue to grow and expand. If it's commercial, if we do commercial, then yes, I can help you in all of Pennsylvania. So that's a good thing. Dave says, hi, Jamie. Great information. Thanks, Dave, for watching. I appreciate you commenting. And then, yeah, great. Okay, Colleen, I'll look forward to your message. So I hope that this was helpful. So again, cash, you can pay cash, finance your system. This is the most common. I would say right now for me and my customers, I would say 75% of my customers finance it. 25% of my customers pay cash. I haven't done too many leases, but in some areas it makes sense to do leases. And I know a lot of people have questions about leases and everything. And so if you do have questions about leases or you want me to do a show specifically on leases, I'm happy to do that. So awesome. Yay. Colleen, awesome, awesome. If you are interested in reaching out to me and you don't want to message me on Facebook, which most people do, that's where because they watch it on Facebook and it's just so easy to send me a message there. You can do that, or you can send me an email at Jamie@jamiegreenthesolarqueen.com. There's an E at the end of green. And we can have a conversation. And what's really, really helpful is if you have your utility bill ready, because the importance of the utility bill is, especially if it's PG&E, one, it'll tell me your rates that you're paying. It'll tell me the rate schedule that you're on. And it'll tell me where you live, so I can look up your rooftop and make sure there's not a ton of trees causing shading, and just see where it's located in terms of, do you have a roof that's south facing? Are you east-west facing? HOAs kind of can be a stickler when it comes to homeowners and where they can put solar panels on the rooftop. But there is a clause in most HOAs that if the HOA forces the homeowner to go north facing, so it's not street view, and the cost is going to be 10% more than if they were able to do south facing, that they can't stop the homeowner from going solar. That's, I think, a very common clause in HOAs, because back in the day, HOAs didn't like solar panels on the front of the house, but the way that the rates are continuing to go up, I think they're starting to have not as much of a say in where homeowners can put their solar panels. So if you belong to an HOA and you believe your HOA won't let you go solar, I would question them on that, because they cannot keep you from going solar and saving on your energy costs. So let's see, I have another comment here. Oh, hello, Tom. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. I think you're in Wisconsin. How's the weather in Wisconsin? Is it still winter, springtime, or are you having good weather? I just want to say, for anybody who's watching that was in Alabama and was affected by the tornadoes, I'm really sorry about that. And I know it was really devastating. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, it seems too early for tornadoes. And my mom lives in Long Island, New York, and they're getting a lot of rain, and I think it's just from that storm system that came through. So anyhow, I hope that this was a helpful show for you guys to learn how you can pay for solar. You can do cash. If you do cash, it's like $1,000 deposit at the front end, like to get site survey going and everything. And then 80% of your balance is due after installation is completed, and the remainder is due at PTO, which is permission to operate. And yeah, so that's one way to do it. And then the other way is to finance it. The other way is to lease it. Like I said, 75% of my customers finance it. And again, no liens against the house and no prepayment penalty. And I'll say this, I'll end with this. Should you move? Should you sell your house and move? People ask the question, what happens there? Well, what happens there is if you financed it, you will just, at the closing at escrow, you'll take the money that you receive. Hopefully it's profits, because right now it's a seller's market and there's low inventory in the market. Money is cheap to borrow, and you can get more bang for your buck with the house in the real estate market right now. And so if you're selling your house for over asking, that's wonderful. You should bake in the cost of your solar system into your asking price. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take profits from the home sale, and you're going to pay off your loan. Then that way, the new homeowners, the solar system, if you paid cash or if you financed it, the new homeowners are not going to have any electricity bill except for a monthly $10 connectivity fee to the utility company. Sometimes it's $20 depending on where you live. And they're going to just pay gas. Like, how awesome is that for the new homeowner? If the new homeowner uses more energy than that solar system was designed to produce, then they're going to just settle that with the utility company. Now, for leases, it's a little bit different. They need to be able to assume the lease at the transfer of title, when the home closes, escrow closes, and all of that. Either that, or if they don't want to assume the lease, then there's going to need to be a cancellation, and that'll need to be settled between you and the buyer, and the leasing company. So read the fine print in the leases. Again, I haven't sold a lease ever, but I'm learning about it because more and more people are asking about leases. So there's that. Because again, when you lease, there's no money out of pocket. You typically don't have to put anything down. So, but you're still saving money on your energy. So with the leases, there's a couple of different ways to get out of that, but Sunrun guarantees that no homeowner will be denied assuming the lease. So that's a good thing. So if you have any questions, I'm going to do more research on leases. I am learning about them right now, and we'll have more information. It's a lot of fine print to read through the lease agreements, but there shouldn't ever be a reason why a lease should cause a home sale to be rejected, unless the homeowners or the buyer's agent doesn't understand leases. So, or the selling agent. The selling agent should really know what's going on with that. So, yeah, 25-year leases, no maintenance. You don't have to worry about a thing. After the lease is over, the leasing company will come and remove the solar system, but that's leaving you with picking up on energy costs at that rate. And who knows what those will be in 25 years. It could very well be 50 cents a kilowatt hour. So in my opinion, it's always best to purchase if you can. And I'm talking to CPAs right now that are going to be helping my homeowners not only take advantage of the tax credit, but also be able to depreciate the system cost, which is amazing, deduct the interest rates or the interest paid on the solar financing, and then also the connection fees. So I'm gathering more information on that, and I'm really excited to be able to share that with my homeowners that have already gone solar. And for you, if you're interested, we did that. I know it works, but I'm just getting more information from my CPAs to help my homeowners do that. So really, you're going to save even more. So go solar this year if you guys can. It's amazing. You'll be grateful you did. You'll say goodbye to those expensive monthly summer bills because of air conditioning and everything. I see the spikes happen in the summertime. It's crazy, but it is getting warmer and warmer every year. And when we go solar, we're helping combat that by going solar and having less CO2 and carbon emissions going into our atmosphere. So anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of this spring sunny Sunday afternoon with my family. Until then, I will see you next Sunday, which is Easter Sunday. I will be doing a show next Easter for you guys. I hope you have a great, wonderful rest of your Sunday, and we'll see you next week. Bye.